Hi guys, so I wanted to just do a video update for you about some of the messages that have been coming through to me in relation to the feminine energy and what is going on at the moment in the planet. So the first thing is that the feminine energy is about so much more than just women. So all the feminine energy is, she exists in all of life. She is in all beings and in all things, and she is there with her divine counterpart, the masculine energy. And it's through the union of these two energies that creation and evolution happens. So what happens when we have an imbalance of energies, or the yin and the yang is not in harmony? There's a rebalancing that occurs, and that's just a natural part of evolution and creation. So what we're seeing collectively at the moment is that there is a rebalancing of the feminine energy as she comes back into her power, okay? And so this is not just about women. This is about all beings. So whether you identify more heavily being in the masculine or feminine polarity, whatever your sacred role is at the moment on the planet in this lifetime, everybody has masculine and feminine energies. And so when I speak about she, I'm really speaking about all of life here, because it's all connected and one cannot exist without the other. So the message that's coming through to me very strongly, and what I'm seeing in a lot of the people that I'm doing work with and in myself and in the collective energy field, is that there is a rebalancing going on. There is a purging, okay? There is a releasing of what is no longer serving the highest good. So to put it very simply, it's a purging of the victim energy. And for too long now, the feminine has been held hostage by this victim energy. Now, to give you an example of the victim energy playing out, I see, for example, in a time, a few hundred years ago where we didn't have rights as women and we kicked and screamed and we fought back for our rights, okay? In that time of evolution, that victim energy was serving a higher purpose to create change. So I'm not judging this victim energy. It's very important when you work with energy that you release judgment. So in that time, we diverted to that role because that was a way to create momentum and to create change and to force outcomes that were required. We've come to this point in evolution now where that point has passed, and this old role or energy of playing the victim to get what you want, your higher self and the universe is no longer accepting that from you. They are actually forcing you to rise beyond that. It's not working, and you might be finding that this old inner victim dialogue is just like a brick wall. You just keep hitting it. So this is a really important point. And when we're on the cusp of entering into a new paradigm or a new reality, there is a big upsurge, okay? There's a triggering, and a lot of us are feeling it within ourselves, and then we're seeing it in the world at large with what's going on. But what I want you to remember, instead of getting swept up into what is external, this is a beautiful opportunity for you to look at what is within you that needs to be healed, because remember, we're all connected and it's all a mirror. So the message that has come through to me is that the feminine, it's time for the feminine energy to stop projecting her pain out into the world and expecting the world, her masculine counterpart, her friends, her family, her reality, stop projecting the pain out there and trying to use that as a way to control and manipulate the outcome you want. That's not working anymore. That pain, it's now time for that inner pain to be healed. It's now time for you to face that pain and to heal it. So when I think about this victim energy, the only time that we divert into victim energy is when we actually don't believe in ourselves enough. We don't believe that we're strong enough to do what it is we're here to do. We have self-doubt. We feel like it's just easier to divert into that victim rather than to rise. Well, guess what? There's been enough work done now by the feminine over the last, and don't forget the divine masculine supporting her and holding her because it's connected. There's been so much work done and so many amazing outcomes have been achieved in this rebalancing that we're now at this point where it is time to purge the victim. It doesn't serve a purpose anymore. We've evolved past it. So instead of expecting and projecting your pain onto others or onto circumstances, and it's time to know that you can believe in yourself and that you can create the outcome from within you. So let's take a look at what's going on in the world right now, for example. There is a lot of fear. And so this is a triggering, it's a good thing. So I have these amazing books that are like one by Louise Hay, Annette Noontil, and Ina Segal. So these are healing books that speak about things, illnesses, ailments, be them mental or physical, and they help you understand like what is it in you that's trying to signal the part of you that needs to be healed. So this book, I looked up out of interest, what is the spiritual, philosophical learning or meaning behind a virus? And what I found was so amazing because it talked about, Louise Hay talked about it being it's pointing you to examine this, that you have a bitterness with life. And then the Ina Segal book talked about feeling vulnerable, attacked, criticized, harassed, having a victim attitude, feeling threatened, out of control, easily manipulated, and affected by others. So if we look at this, we can see that there is a victim energy, a fear energy that we are being given an opportunity here to release within ourselves. So what is the antidote to that when you're feeling like you're not empowered, when you're feeling like a victim? It's about self-belief, and it's about knowing that the power is with you, and that taking back your power from that victim voice and knowing that you have the power to create your own joy and your own bliss and to fall back into the bliss with life. Because as long as you're being consumed by that victim energy, you are unable to enjoy life. So the feminine is coming back. She is evolving past the victim. This victim is not needed anymore. Yes, you can feel like there's a huge energy or a kind of triggering and digging up of deep stuff. And what I will say to you is surrender to that and allow it to be brought up, and don't resist it, and have the strength to know that you're just breaking down to break through this, and that you're just in this eternal beautiful dance of recalibrating, rebalancing, and purging, so that you can fall back into the flow of creation. So there's a lot of fear around, and I know that that can be all consuming. Use it as an opportunity to heal your own fear. It wasn't really even yours to begin with, okay? It was collective, and you came here as a sacred soul to help heal and up-level this human experience. So the antidote to victim is self-belief and empowerment. And the antidote to these fear-based thought programs and these viruses that are around, energetically speaking, is to be in bliss, to empower yourself, to realize that the power is with you. So here's to the feminine coming back. And here's to the divine masculine that's also connected to her and helping her and holding her, because we're collectively all yin and yang, masculine and feminine energies. And this healing of the victim is not happening in isolation. It is happening in this beautiful kind of dance between the masculine and the feminine energies. So just allow this to happen. Allow yourself to release the victim. Allow yourself to step into your self-love, self-trust, self-belief, and know that the power is with you. You can create the life of your dreams, and all the fear that's around, turn that focus inward. Don't get distracted with other people, and because it's kind of like one of those balls that rolls down a hill. It's just going to get more and more kind of crap on it. What's going on is going on, but come back within you, because that's where your power is. Okay, and create harmony in here that will then overflow out there. Sending you love. I hope that this helped.